I don't wish to be or to sound like a racist. I want to declare now that I hate racism. I hate sexism. I hate materialism. I hate anything that exalts color, nationality, creed, station in life above man and woman's true nature, which comes from God. Nationality comes from the nation in which we're born. Color comes from the earth and the relationship to the sun. But the nature of the man and the woman, that is from God. And when we exalt race, when we exalt sex, when we exalt our national identity over the nature of God that is within man, then we begin to place ourselves under the carnal mind. Now, I want you to listen. The word carnal comes from a Latin word, carnus, carne, which means flesh. If I glorify my flesh and its color or the lack thereof, then I am subordinating that which is greater than the flesh to the flesh. If I exalt my biology as a male over your biology as a female, then I have exalted sex over the Spirit of God, which is greater than biology. Biology comes, biology goes. Flesh comes, but flesh goes. But the Spirit of God was, is, and shall always be. Nationality comes from the narrow concept of what is common to us. And what is common? Well, this piece of ground is common. The language we speak is common. The history that we have is common. The suffering that we have is common. The attitudes that we share are common. The beliefs that we share are common. So we say we are members of a nation. So we say, I am an American, or I am a Mexican, or I am a Jew, or I am a Greek, or I am a Frenchman, or I am an Italian, or I am an Egyptian, I am a Cuban, I'm from Jamaica. Well, what are these but bits and pieces of the earth? The earth is not divided. Man divided it. The earth is one. It's 57,255,000 square miles of land coming up out of water. It's 139,685,000 square miles of water. It's 24,896 miles in circumference, 7,926 miles in diameter, with a weight of 6 sextillion tons. So if by my nationality I say that I'm different from you, I'm better than you, because the land mass out of which I get my flesh, my blood, and my bone, what makes the land mass that I got my flesh, blood, and bone from better than the land mass that gave somebody else their flesh, blood, and bone? So if I exalt my nationality and my symbol of my nation, which is my flag, above the nature of God, then I have taken the fruit of the flesh and put it above the fruit of the Spirit. And therefore, whenever we exalt the carnal mind, then I can talk about I'm a white man, and I'm a black man, and I'm a brown man, and I'm better because I'm a white man. or I'm superior because I am a black man, and I'm better because I am an American. And how dare you say you're anything of equality with me when you are from China, or you are from Cuba, or you are from Jamaica, or you are from Albania, or you are from Estonia, Latvia, or Lithuania. You are from the earth, and the earth is where your body shall return. But who makes us what we are? What makes us what we are? The lion's body comes from the earth, and the ant's body comes from the earth. The rat's body comes from the earth, and man's body comes from the earth. The flea's body comes from the earth, and man's body comes from the earth. And the blade of grass comes from the earth, and the tall oak tree comes from the earth. So what's the difference? It's just that you form differently. But the thing that makes man different from any other creature is that God gave us the capacity to think, to vision, and to bring the vision of our thoughts into reality. So man is greater than the sun, though the sun is the great light that our lives physically depend on. The sun does not give us wisdom unless we study her to find out the thought that was in the mind of God when he said be. See, the thing that makes man and woman greater than everything in creation is because God made man and woman in his image and in his likeness. And God made all things to serve us. And he gave us the potential to be the master of all things. That's not the college graduate alone. That's the least human being on the earth. No matter what that person's color or station in life, there is a potential and a capacity there to be a master. And this is why we develop institutions to cultivate the gifts that is within the human spirit and soul, that when that gift is cultivated and developed and bursts forth, we can see the glory of God. This is why the school is created, universities. This is why church is created. This is why social development is necessary. It is to cultivate that which is within. But when the wrong people get in power, when a carnal-minded person becomes powerful, that sees their biology and their flesh and their nationality above the human spirit and above the need to cultivate that human spirit, then the carnal-minded person is a slave to the flesh. So the fruit of a carnal mind, the scripture said, is contentiousness, strife, enmity, envy, jealousy. This is the fruit of a carnal mind. Reverend Carter has built a beautiful church, but some carnal-minded person will say, I could do that. I could build one bigger. I could build one better. That's the fruit of a carnal mind. No matter what you build of material, you can make it more beautiful, you can make it less beautiful. But until the human being is cultivated, until the human being is built up, where the human being reflects and become so translucent that the person of God comes across our own person. That our bodies become a living temple. That the Most High God can dwell within you and within me. Then our living shall have fulfilled its purpose. But the fruit of a spiritual mind is joy and peace, contentment, because I've been lifted up above my color. I am a black person, but I'm not ashamed. I'm like Solomon, I'm black, but I'm comely. Oh, you daughters of Jerusalem. My hair is nappy, my lips are thick, my nose is broad. But if you judge me by that, you will misjudge, because that's the characteristic that comes from the earth. But what is the characteristic that comes from God?